Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, what I have for you guys is a tutorial video. I'm going to show you how to repack a dirt bike exhaust. This is off of the KX125. I did the one for the 450, but I didn't record it. So this one I'm going to record and show you exactly how to do so. So I use a drill and a riveter, and I use Lex packing. Silencer packing. I ordered it off of eBay. It's the same packing that's inside there, and you're gonna need something to cut it to size. So let me set this down and we will get started. The back end doesn't have any of the rivets in, so we don't have to do that side, but for these I punch the center just so I can get a drill bit in there, and once I do that, then I drill straight through on both of them. And sometimes you gotta finesse them a little bit, but usually you should be able to drill them and pop them out. So I'll throw the camera on time lapse and get these drilled out, and then we'll go from there. All right, I got a little carried away and snapped my bit in there, but as you see, they are both drilled through. So now I will go to another size up, which would be the size of that actual hole. I'm going to drill that out, and then once I'm done, I'll come back and we'll move on to the next steps. All right, as you can see, I got them both drilled out, both sides. Now what you want to do is you want to separate these. I'm going to pull this out from this end. I'm going to grab my my little mallet because that'll help just to get some just to get a little bit more of a pull. I'm going to hit it on the tab down here so I'm not bending or slamming anything too crazy. And there you go. Oh wow. There's literally no, I don't know if you guys can see this, there's no packing in here. I was wondering why this bike was so loud. There's absolutely no packing inside this exhaust. That is insane. That's a first. I mean, even the little FMF power cores that I did for the 50s had packing in them. So you could take this time to clean it up because it is going to be very, very oily. So, I mean, you don't got to get it spotless. It's going to go back in and there's going to be oil in it again. Yeah, so what you do is you get your packing now. I'm going to move this stuff so that I can open it. Grab a little razor and get this open. All right. So now you pull your packing, and it's, hold on, let me clear some of this out. All right, so the way you want to measure it is, you might be able to get two out of these. No, maybe. The way you measure it is you want to line it up there because the packing will tuck on the inside of there. So you want to line it up on the outside of that rim, and then you can cut it to the length that you get out. So I'm just going to put a little cut in it this way, and then I'll throw this on a time lapse for the cutting, and then we'll get right back at it. All right, and we are back with your scheduled program. So now it's pretty self-explanatory what you have to do here. I use this blue painter's tape. So what you want to do is you're going to get it started on the exhaust. I'll do mine this way. So you're going to get it started Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. I don't wear gloves. I should, but I don't. Sorry. But you get it nice and tightly wrapped. That first wrap is the one you really want to get nice and tight, because this thing is going to be packed in the exhaust. That's why they call it exhaust packing. So you get it really, really, really tight down, as tight as you can, and hold that there, and then get a piece of your tape. I should have had this pre-ripped, but it's not too hard of a task. Get that, and then you just lay a piece around. Sorry, got a little nose drippage. This will burn off. The tape itself will actually burn off, obviously. I mean, these exhausts get really hot. Rip yourself another piece. Nothing too major. Get that there. Now I'll squeeze the ends and get that to butt in, like, you know, you want it to sit inside this lip. It's really not hard to do. People make this out to be an incredibly difficult task. It's really not, and it helps with the back pressure. That's probably why I'm willing to bet that's why my bike was running the way it was. It sounded loud, but it didn't sound like power to sound ratio was not there. I felt like the bike was a lot louder than it was powerful, and not having back pressure could cause all kinds of issues when it comes to tuning, like a carburetor and stuff like that. All right, so now that we got this, I'm going to throw this on a time lapse again for wiggling all of this inside until that little metal end, you want to push this down because that end has to stick into the tip. So you get that pushed down. That way you can see that tip there. And then that's going to connect on the inside there. This tape just fell off. That's why it's good to have pieces pre-ripped, because then you could just lay it on there. I mean, to be honest, it's gonna go in regardless. You just gotta tuck and pull the right way. So now I'm gonna throw this on time lapse, like I said, and I'm gonna work this inside the pipe, and then I'll show you how to use this new tool I got from Harbor Freight by Pittsburgh. And yeah, so I'm gonna throw it on time lapse and we'll go from there. All right, guys, it took a little more finesse, but it's in there, and now I can start riveting it. I'm gonna start by popping the 2 rivets in from the back. Let me set this a little lower. This thing is actually really easy to use. You just pull off the size that you want and pop it in the top. It comes with the sizes labeled and everything. You get your piece put in there. Let me grab a little driver to straighten this out actually. That's good. Get your piece. I got some, there's just some of the actual packing in the way, so I'm gonna move that on both of them, well, all 3. Alright, now I can show you how it's done. Take your insert and you pop it in there. This one is a 3/16. And then what you want to do, actually, I'm going to switch you guys over to this side so you can, where's the vise? Get you a little closer. And there you go. Alright, I'll turn this that way. Alright, now what you want to do is you open her up, you slide the piece in that's going there, and you give it, I think this one is 3 cranks. And there we go. Now just do that to all of them. Might have to adjust because I got to keep moving the material out of the way because it has to set in deep enough, and sometimes the packing sits in the way so that this can't sit flush. Oh yeah, and if you open it fully, it drops the tip into a reservoir, which is definitely handy. Alright, another one down. Last one for this side. I'm going to clean this one out ahead of time, just because I know they're all pretty fludged. Alright. Let's get the last one for here in. And bam. Now that side is done. Everything is nice and tight in there. They do say to put some sealant, like the red RTV, on the inside. I did not. I did on the KTM, but this one I didn't. Should be fine, but if you do remember ahead of time, you can use the RTV sealant. I just figure it gets really hot and probably just, you know, burns away. But yeah, I didn't use the sealant on this one. I did on the KTM, and we'll see if it makes a difference. If it does, I could always just pop these out, seal it, pop it back in. Now let's make sure these holes are lined up. I'm gonna need a pin for this because this one slipped in a little bit. Alright, now same process, but you're just doing it on the front. I'm gonna see if I could maybe have my camera straddle the bike, because it does have legs. Alright, it's actually pretty cool. Now you get your insert, pop it in there. I'm probably blocking the camera, but maybe you can see under my arm. That's what sucks about not having a cameraman. There's the one. And then last but not least, that one wasn't gonna fit for a minute. So like I said, there's an opening here that you're sliding in. You have to open it for it to be able to slide straight through. And then you give her pretty much 3 cranks and she's solid. Alright. And as you can see, bam, bam, and then I got the 3 on the bottom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All you need is a riveter, some shears. I use ones for like aluminum, but it's better than using some of the scissors. But yeah, some cutters, the riveter. Obviously you need the exhaust, some good packing. I have enough here that I'm actually going to repack my neighbor's exhaust. He has FMF. I just cleaned up his pipe for him. This is the FMF for the KDX 200. I didn't really shine her up. I just, you know, kind of used one of the fiber pads and a little bit of like WD-40 just to kind of get all the rust off. I'm gonna ask him if he actually wants me to go back over it and give it that mirror finish, but I think he's gonna be pretty much okay with this. If you want me to post a video on cleaning up an exhaust, I will post a video on that. Leave that in the comment section of this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and pack this exhaust for him now that I have some extra, and it'll be a good surprise for him when the bike starts up and he's like, oh, she's pretty quiet. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, this is your first video, just browse through the videos. I have a few how-tos, you know, lapping valves, adjusting clutches on different bikes, different things. But I like to, you know, I'm trying to get more content going. I have a ton of videos in my phone, but they're just not fully done being edited, and I'm not finished with the builds. I'm waiting on parts for certain builds. This one, I'm still waiting on things. I have the whole rebuild of this bike, you know, but it takes time. So let me not ramble on. That's how you pack an exhaust. You could do, it's the same method for a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke. It's just gonna vary the size of the rivet hole and how many, but it's the same thing for the exhaust. Don't pay a mechanic to do it. It's not hard to do at all. You could do it yourself. I got the packing for probably like 20 bucks or something like that. Get yourself some packing, get your tools, get in your garage, get active, get some knowledge. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you drop a comment, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you in the next one.